Hi, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain. Now, I had no intention whatsoever of doing any more LED cards for you this year, but a friend of mine yesterday dragged me out, kicking and screaming I was, to the Chinese shop and forced me, absolutely forced me, to buy another string of LED lights. Now, actually, if you believe that, you're very, very gullible. But yes, I did go to the Chinese shop yesterday and I did buy another string of lights. And the reason I bought a string of lights is because it's a different variety. And I just thought, oh, I have to try this. So this is what I got. Battery operated, just the same, which is what you really want. But these have got little snowflakes on. Oh, isn't that sweet? But as you notice, the design is relatively flat. Now they had these in snowflake designs. I saw some other ones with Christmas trees on. There was another lot with Santa Clauses on, I think, and another lot with snowmen. But I thought the snowflake would be the most useful, and so that's what I got. And I thought, I'm just going to see how they're put together and, how they can be used. So I clipped one off. Ta-da! And you might notice it's a different colour, and that's just because I got an alcohol pen and I coloured it. Why not? I have stripped down the wires a little bit, just gone over them with a nail file to expose the bare wire because they're coated. I've explained before they have to be coated because otherwise in the string they would completely short themselves out all the time. So you have to get rid of the coating so that the wire can conduct the electricity. Now I know on this particular one that my positive is on that side and my negative is on that side. So I've sorted that bit out already and I know that it works. Now you might or might not be able to see just here. This bit here on the top is actually a cap, and you can, if you want to, completely remove this plastic piece and just take out the bulb. That would defeat the object for this particular purpose, but just to know that you can, you just need to put a little tool in a hole here and flick upwards and it will come off. I'm not going to do that at the moment, but it's just pressed in there. It's not glued or anything, so it'll come off. And so you could, in theory, put something else over your light bulb if that's what you wanted to do, or you could just use the plastic bit for something else if you didn't want the light. So anyway, that's what I've got, and I thought this would be a really fun way and very easy way of making a decorative element for a light up card. Now the difference is that this has to go on the front of the card obviously, and this has to be threaded through to the back. So what I've got, I have my card front here, okay, the front panel. I've made my switch up as per normal, and that will go in exactly the same way as it does usually, so it can be switched on and off. But this thing is going to go into the hole that I've made for it, like that. It will just slot in like so, and I will do the wiring on the back of here rather than doing the wiring on the other side, the base part of it. So the wiring for this is really simple. I have the slit, so I have a piece of copper tape going from the slit across here to the top of the battery. I have another piece of copper tape going from underneath the battery up to here. And because I know which is the positive and which is the negative on this one, if I put this down here like so and put my switch on, it's going to light up. There we are. Now do check it before you tape it down, because there's nothing more annoying than taping it down and it doesn't work because you've got it round the wrong way. And I'm just going to use another piece of this copper tape to stick this wire in place so it's well and truly connected. That's not going to have any connection issues. Do the same thing with the other one. Like that. There we go. test it out again. Ta-da! It lights up. Oh, brilliant. If you were going to be colouring the card, you'd have to do this before you put it together, okay? Because it's not going to be easy to do it with that on the front. I'm just going to do a really, really simple card, and I'm going to be putting this print and cut Christmas tree on it. I found this on Pixabay. I thought it was quite cute, quite unusual. So I've got it mounted on some foam. So you need to make sure that you put your switch in place at some point. There we are, testing. Now on this particular switch, make sure, because it's round the other way, that you cover in one piece from the top side of the switch around the base and then up to here, okay? That's important to make sure you cover it properly. So that needs to go in here in the off position at the moment, and it needs to be built up with the foam tape, if you're using foam tape, and then put the back on. Now, because this is relatively high, it's probably about ½ centimetre high, you have a choice. You can make it stick out proud from the front of the card, if you so wish. You can make it do that. Okay, so there is a gap underneath here, in which case you do not have to put foam tape on the back. If, however, you want that to be pressed flat, then you will need the foam tape to the same depth of the light bulb. Okay, so which am I going to do? I think I'm just going to have it like that, so it's sticking out, because then all the elements are sticking out of the front. So to do that, all I'm going to do is put a little bit of tape behind there, and I just want my normal sticky tape for this. I have so many different types of tape, it's unbelievable. And I'm just going to put that over there so that it can't pop out. It is slightly difficult to do it this way because everything is on the front of there already and you can't actually lie it down flat. The other way of doing it, which I probably would have done if I wasn't doing this for demonstration purposes, is to put the foam tape or the sticky tape on first, and then you don't have the problem. But I wanted you to be able to see exactly where the copper tape was. Now I can get away with using normal double-sided tape because I'm using a CR2016 battery. If you're using the thicker CR2032, you will definitely need to put the foam tape on, not the normal straightforward double-sided. So I'm just using my tile here to make it easier for me to put my tape on, because of that sticking out element on the front. So I've just put this straight onto an A6 card base, and when I move that over, it lights up. There we go. And I did position this very, very close to the switch, but I knew that I'd done that. That was quite deliberate. So the actual switch doesn't stick out very much in the design. So there we go. That's pretty good. I quite like that. Just adding a few stars. So this is the finished card. I think it's really gorgeous, and I decided not to put a sentiment on. I thought it would ruin it. I think it's an ideal card for someone that you probably wouldn't want to use a sentiment for, like Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas. Perhaps someone who's been bereaved in recent months, and those sort of sentiments are a bit difficult on Christmas cards. Now this is the last one that I'm actually making in the series of LED ones this year, although you might see them after this one because I don't necessarily show them in sequence. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care now. Bye bye.